wanted to do was to hopefully help a little bit today, because there are a few ways that you can actually help to save your dog's life. And it's not just about dog training, it's about when things like this happen, how resilient is your dog to cope with stuff like this. And I've had dogs on lead before that are incredible when it comes to food or anything on the ground. They're so quick to snatch it up and grab it that even walking with those dogs on lead is going to be a real challenge for some of those people when they're faced with problems like this. Baiting, where there's mints on the ground, where there's anything on the ground, a dog is just going to launch at it. Now, first and foremost, I wanted to explain, and I have spoken about this a little bit, but just one of the first things that you should teach your dog, and it's never too late, is respect to food. And this starts at mealtime as a puppy, and starts if you want to give your dog any treats through the day, all of that sort of stuff. It should never just be given like willy-nilly, and not asking your dog to wait and work for it. It's in a dog's DNA anyway. You'll be doing them a favor, they'll love this, to work and wait for rewards. And that includes food. Food is the second biggest thing in a dog's world. So they're used to doing it. So by doing that yourself and asking that of your dog, you'll be tapping right into instincts and also gaining respect from your dog. So you can see I brought my most food motivated dog out here with me, who is Mocha. I just want to show you how to do the leave it command, but first how to start by just, if there is food on the ground, your dog just wouldn't take it. I mean, how many of you can put a plate of human food just on the ground and your dog will look to you first before they'd even think to touch it? There's not a lot of people I see where their dogs will do that, and it's because we haven't taught them respect to food. And it's very natural again for a dog to respect food, especially if a more powerful leader or a pack member is around. So I've got a little container here of some kibble, which Mocha and Jaffa, they love any food. But I just wanted to show you, so I can just put this on the ground and she would just not touch it. She'll look at it, but she'll look to me. Come over here a bit, miss, so everyone can see you. Come here. So again, just see, so you can see her a bit better here. And this is the benefit of teaching your dog respect to food. So she knows she has to check with me first to say, is it okay if I take that? Now, you'll be saying, so yeah, that's great, Joe, but you've taught your dogs years ago how to do this and you polish it all the time. So how do I get there? So when you've got a dog that doesn't understand this, you need to work on eye contact first. So I'll start with something like this with a dog, and I'll kneel down. And normally what I find is they'll stare at the food, okay? So I start with just holding the food with me, and I'll hold one piece out like this to the side. As soon as the dog looks at me, then I provide the food, because it has to be about me, not the food. So this is good. So I'm hoping that you can see her eyes if I face her this way. Good. So you can see what I do. And in the beginning with your dog, you'll probably just get a tiny little flicker of eye contact. It's at that point. Also, make sure you're not overexciting the dog either. Like, so when they do look at you, you're going, good girl or good boy. Food will naturally create, and see what excitement, see, you'll always be able to create excitement. You want food to mean calm, okay? Because that's another reason why a dog will snatch at food on the ground, is because it's representing excitement too. So this is Michael. So if you want to do it, you start with this first. And the leave it command is something like, you could put something down here, leave it, good, okay? And I could do here and here, okay. I might go and get one of the other dogs that isn't very good. But if I was, they're so used to it. Leave it. Good. I'm going to get another dog who has got no idea about any of this. I'll grab one of my clients' dogs and I'll show you how to start. Mocca's just too good at the moment, but I just wanted to be able to show you the first step, which is respect to food. Make sure they're waiting for it and leave it. Good. Leave it. Good. Leave it. Leave it. Good. So there's treats on the ground. So we're just helping her understand that when I say leave it, it's a good thing and she gets rewarded. And I'm trying to put new ones down there too, so to challenge her a little bit more. Leave it. Good. Now clearly Beazley, I don't think she's done this before because she was zooming straight in almost. So I've got 3 down here now. Leave it. Good. Leave it. Good girl. Leave it. Good. There's all these sorts of activities that you can do all the time just to make sure they're learning respect to food. Really important. Like this will take quite a few repetitions just to get Beazley to understand she can't take anything until I say it's okay, no matter where it is. She always has to look to me to say, is it okay if I take that? So there's still 3 down here, but you can see even when I stop, and it's taking all of her strength not to take any of those. But that's good. This is what we need to teach them, to help them. Good. And again, just waiting for eye contact. So she's surrounded here. She's not allowed to touch. Good. And there's one left. Leave it. Just waiting for eye contact. Good. Okay. You only have to do about 5 minutes a day, not even that. But this should always happen at mealtime, whether you're feeding your dog once a day, twice a day, 4 times a day. Every time this goes down, or your bowl goes down anywhere, they should never go straight in. It should be just a non-negotiable house rule that you always have. And again, great. So she's not launching into it anymore, which is really good. Good. Lena will be so excited that her dog's the show model for this. So anyway, I hope that helps, guys, but it's so important. And sometimes you don't realise how important it is until situations like this come up. And there's 8 dogs that have passed away now due to poisoning, and I think another 12. I don't know if they're still in critical condition or what, but you know, a few more tips is always keep an eye on your dog in dog parks and never be on your phone, not taking any more notice. I mean, look, the way I see it is if I can watch 9, 10 dogs in a dog park and keep control of all of them, you can keep an eye on one. and you just want to keep them safe. Even before you go into a dog park or an off-leash area, you might want to have a scout first, go in and have a look around, make sure the ground looks good, no foreign objects in there or anything like that. Because as much as we probably want council to set up cameras and stuff now, it's going to be a while before things like that are done. So just try and be vigilant.